we had a full-length, not really longer than full-length trailer for the new Wolverine game. More of a gameplay reveal in that 6-7 minute long range. So plenty to see, plenty to absorb. And oh my gosh, I don't know what the official measurement metric that they're using in this game is to track the amount of blood that's shed, whether it's gallons or old school wells or just oceans, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is.
What'd you think of that bad boy?
Oh, it was
Beans?
amazing.
Holy
That's what
shnikes.
a Wolverine game needs to be. And
Yeah.
boy, did they nail it.
Yep.
So coming off of Insomniac Spider-Man games,
Yep.
where they nail Spider-Man,
Yep.
and you're like, Wolverine is the exact opposite of Spider-Man. There's no long range. You are in people's faces with Wolverine.
Right.
I didn't know how well they would. I had faith in them, but this is a very different character.
Yep.
They crushed it. They crushed it,
Dude.
It looks so much fun to just tear people apart.
That's truly what happens. Like, it was as visceral of an example of what it could look like for a Wolverine video game as you'll ever see, right? Like, just every opportunity for something to get cut off or slashed, like, it was, oh my gosh, it was extraordinarily violent.
Well, I even give them props for the environment. They really used the environment very well.
Yep.
Watching that guy get impaled on the forklift was insane.
That's right.
That was nuts. So you feel like Wolverine. You're like, oh, you look at him in the comics, you're like, there's no way that guy could take out an entire army. And then you're watching this and you're like, oh yeah, he can. Because the dude just is taking shots left and right, and it doesn't matter because the healing factor is insane.
You know, so the healing factor, real quick rabbit trail here. Do you think Wolverine just gets royalties from every other video game in existence that uses a healing factor?
You would think.
I mean, he should. He should, because every other game that you play anymore is on the Wolverine mechanics.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, you just, hide in a corner for a little bit after taking some blows or some shots, and you know what? Give it a good 2, 3, 4 Mississippi, and then jump right back in there, cowboy. You're going to be fine.
Well, and that's, I think, the most interesting part about this game, right? Because Wolverine has arguably one of the best healing factors in all of comics.
Yep.
I think Deadpool's probably one of the few that beat him.
Right.
How do you balance that in a video game? Especially like this, because this is a brawler. Yeah. Right? It's not like you've got people all over the place and you've got other people to draw fire.
Yep.
But just... I'm very... They showed it off a little bit. Like, you get that recovery time that you have to try to make and succeed at.
Sure.
But... Like, I'm going to be very curious how well this is balanced out, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, it just cracks me up, because watching the Wolverine game, that's just such a pronounced part of who that character is. And so it doesn't distract me from the game. It more distracts me from every other game, where it's like, you guys are just ripping off of Wolverine here. Like, come on, this isn't your move. And listen, they're video games. They're not supposed to be quote-unquote realistic per se. They're supposed to be immersive, right? They're supposed to, as much as they possibly can, and this is part of the appeal, I think, of those Spider-Man Insomniac games. It's one of the reasons why Spider-Man is one of the probably best comic characters to translate into a video game format. Like, when you're playing as that character in that format, it feels like you are, or that character is an extension of you. Right? Similar with the Batman Arkham games. Like, it just feels that extension, that particular connection is there. And I think that's part of what makes other characters that are exceptionally powerful, right? Like Superman and like Hulk, so elusive to try and translate into an effective game, because you're just so overly powered that either the challenge isn't there, or it's just hard to feel connected in that relatable or similarly relatable fashion. I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but this game just feels like a very violent wish fulfillment for a lot of people, right? I mean, Wolverine's been in all kinds of video games. Has he had a solo game prior to this one?
Probably, but not
yeah, but
like
not
this.
of note. Yeah,
not like this.
Not of anything of note. But like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance games.
Yep.
The Marvel Cosmic Invasion is the most recent one I'm thinking of. My sons and I just played that the other day, and there is no blood in that one. Wolverine is great. He's fun to play with. There is not a drop to be found. One thing that I did, everybody noticed this, right? You could see the comments all over YouTube, but it was truly hilarious how, in spite of all the blood, and then in the immediate aftermath, the realistic splatter rather that would be on the uniform, how it just slowly dissipates, and then you're gonna pop, bright yellow, we're back, we're good. Which, okay, yeah, what's the alternative, right? Eventually he gets shot up and the whole uniform falls away, and then it's naked Wolverine out there. We don't actually want that.
No,
everybody, that's not actually what we're going for. So yeah, there's gonna be some. Again, it's not meant to be realistic. It's a comic character. So, yeah, there's going to be some elements of, for lack of a better word, just silliness. But what do you do?
Well, I think the team-up aspect looks really good, too.
Yeah.
We just only saw Jean.
Right.
Which makes me curious to see who else we're going to get. They did say that Sabretooth is going to be one that you team up with for a little bit.
Yep. And they teased him quite a bit at the tail end of the gameplay here.
Right.
And we know Mystique is in there as well.
Yes. The curious thing I found was they were talking about the Sabretooth and Wolverine team up. And like you're going to very much feel like you're playing with Sabretooth because they're stealing each other's kills. They're talking smack to each other the whole time. I'm like, okay, this is fun. This is what makes Insomniac great. They get the characters that they're using. They are building their own world with it. Fine, fantastic. It works really, really well.
Rooted in who the characters are. It's not the Insomniac version to the point that it's like an alternate universe. It's the core character in the Insomniac world.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how they portray the X-Men because I believe they said the X-Men don't exist currently, that they are mutants are just getting hunted left and right.
Fascinating.
Now, I could have heard that wrong.
Sure.
But that's what it sounded like is the X-Men aren't as established at this point in time compared to their comic book counterpart.
Right. And do we know, is there any intentional connectivity between this Wolverine character and the Spider-Man character that Insomniac has made? Or I gotta believe obviously the simplest thing to do is to just keep them separate. Don't even bother with any kind of overlap effort.
Same universe. I believe they said that you're not going to see Spider-Man.
Right.
So I'm sure there might be like a little Easter egg being like, oh yeah, Spidey's handling New York City.
Sure.
But that's probably the extent you're going to get, which is honestly how this game should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think keeping these games more self-contained tends to be better. And frankly, it's more rare at this point for there to be self-contained superhero games. Like the vast majority of games that are out there or have been produced in recent memory, I think of even the Injustice games, right? Like you're not on an individual character track or story, right? The Arkham Batman games, of course, are their own beast. It's probably, I think what's so cool about this game is, listen, I'm not going to play it. I don't own a PS5. I'm going to live vicariously through you during this experience. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you in advance. But this is going to feel, I'm almost certain, like once you get to play it and you and everybody else gets to play it, it's going to feel like how on earth did it take this long to get to this point with this character? Because Wolverine should be a phenomenal video game character.
Well, yeah, it should be a layup. It should be just like this. I think a lot of people compare Wolverine to getting like he should just got a God of War style game, right? Where
that's what this looked like. Yeah. Honestly, it looked like God of War
just have him
as
hunt
a non-gamer. That's what it looked like to me.
Have him hunt villains.
Yep.
Go after Stryker. We've seen that so many times. You might as well. Nobody's gonna get mad if you kill a bunch of racists. It's really not.
People will celebrate.
Yes. So it's. There's layups here, and like you said, how is this not already made?
Well, and we'll get into it later, come top 5 time, spoilers. But there's so many great villains to choose from.
So many good.
So many great
and we've
villains.
seen part of them in that trailer, right?
Yep.
Or in past trailers.
Yep.
I love the look of the Sentinels in this game. They
just look like classic Sentinels, which is a compliment, by the way.
Sabretooth looked great.
Yep.
Mystique looked great. I believe we got a a hint at Omega Red,
Yep.
who looked fantastic.
Yep. His character has
So-
been confirmed.
Which,
Yep.
what a great pull,
Mm-hmm.
because that's a character that is super cool if you look him up.
Mm-hmm.
That does not get a lot of limelight. So I'm
Yeah.
very excited for the opportunity to tear that guy's tentacles
Yeah.
off his body.
And I thought, like, this is almost always like every game when you're playing this singular hero game has its villainous, what I'm going to call fodder, right? Like there's the mass of bad guys that you have to kind of chew your way through in order to get to the bigger, higher level villains. And so in this case, we're seeing a lot of the Reavers. Okay.
Yep.
I thought they looked really solid. Like it's an easy thing for that to look for that fodder to look and feel like what they are. But I thought the level of detail was pretty solid. It looks like there's going to be different, essentially, tiers or categories, which again, standard stuff, not too surprising. But it's good when you make the layups. And I thought, based on this look, that they're making the layups. Really, the only time that we've had the Reavers in the movies has been Logan, that
They were
movie,
phenomenal.
and they were right. They were terrific. So this felt like this reminded me a lot of the Logan movie. Not a perfect one-to-one comparison, but just they got it right. That looks good. That seems to function at a high level. This is why it's actually going to be a challenge at different times for Wolverine. So the whole look just was tremendous.
Yeah, and his ability to just take out like 15 vehicles in that trailer is just
Unreal.
amazing.
Yeah.
Fighting the guy on the
Unfreaking real.
roof. I'm so pumped. This game is gonna be great.
Yeah, no doubt. Looks super cool. That's awesome. So September 15th, few months out yet, but closer than you might think, is the scheduled release date for Wolverine, again, exclusively on PS5. I said exclusively. Is that right? Like they don't do these on PC,
No.
right? For Insomniac, do they keep it on PS5?
They keep it on PlayStation for a little while, and then they port it to PC.
Okay.
But I don't
Okay,
think...
but at least the initial release is
Well,
just...
and I think they stopped doing that. I don't think they're going to do
Got it.
that again.
Okay.
So
Got it. Cool.